we've all had that one anime waifu who ruined every real chance of romance for us. Like, she appeared on screen once and suddenly you're like, I'm never mentally recovering from this. And I am now forever quirked up. So join me in talking about some of the best waifus in anime. If your waifu is not on this list, let me know in the comments and I'll either maybe do a sequel to this or eventually, or decide you have bad taste. Probably the latter. But let's begin. Now, this is a definitive, scientifically peer-reviewed list, from me of course, of the best waifus in no particular order.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Now, first of all, obviously, my wife, Gurren, arguably the literal queen of harem anime, and extremely loyal, funny enough. The red hair, the confidence, the voice. She's the goddess of all my personal bad decisions, and she has made me make several, don't you worry. Race is waifu perfection. She walked so every future anime redhead could ruin lives. Thankfully, she's the only one who's ruined mine. She's the perfect mix of class and chaos. Race is just that girl. You should like totally go and watch the 4 other videos I have dedicated to her on this. Or, your waifu is mid. I cannot wait to see her in High School DxD 5.
Am I right, lad? Lad?
Now, if race is heaven, then Akame is hell. And the reason you'll ever get into heaven in the first place, because I know what kind of person you are, Joe. She's beautiful, soft-spoken, and honestly pretty damn well written. Akame is definitely the more quirked up character on the list, I'll say. You think you're in control, then bam. Right in the chocolate starfish. Do not ask me what that means, please. Despite my comments about literally everyone but Reyes, I actually really like Akame. And I'm not just saying that so Joe will send me money. But Joe, if you're interested, my bank account is 000 currently, so you know, hit me up. Akame taught an entire generation that maybe, just maybe, pain is part of the appeal. Now, sticking to the theme of schools and classrooms, her literal name is Bitch Sensei. Not as an insult, more of a fact if you've watched Assassination Classroom. I watched for Arena, stayed for the plot. That is just a fucking lie. I also stayed for Arena. She is proof that education can be dangerously attractive. And I'm not saying she's the best teacher, but if she ran sex ed, I would have had perfect attendance. That's certainly a joke. And that's on God. Unrelated, but could someone animate a spin-off of her in Kurosama? Actually a peak in genuinely interesting ship dynamic. Yuko walked on screen and everyone collectively went, uh-oh, Scoob. She is the childhood crush, just straight up. Got a really kind of sad ending. I guess more bittersweet. Everyone she kind of loved just kind of poofed. Every kid watching Gurren Lagann thought they were watching a mega anime, and then bam, cool sniper woman. It is honestly a tragedy Woman with a Sniper was not used in more COD montages for the time. Though that was before the great change. She is confident, brave, and somehow despite lack of clothing is yet to get a mortal wound. Now for everyone's favourite war criminal, Esdeath isn't a villain. She's attractive. Isn't that right, Griffith? You're right, lad. Thank you, Griffith. Terrifying and emotionally unavailable, which is apparently the holy trinity for anime fans. And I know, I'm one of them. She could stab you, freeze you, emotionally destroy you. And you still be like, yeah, I could probably still fix her, I guess. There's actually no way Tatsumi fumbled this hard. Jarvis explode his balls. She needs a therapist and they call me Dr. G. Esdeath is proof that the line between love and Stockholm Syndrome is thinner than the veil of a self-insert OC. Isn't that right, Mrs. Kiriko Overwatch? Esdeath is arguably, and I'm the one arguing, the hottest war criminal of all time. Now of course, everyone's first strong waifu crush, Urza Scarlet, the woman with 300 armor sets, each one somehow disrespecting physics more than the last. And yet, not a single bad one, though there's a few less good ones I'll say. The Sword Queen one is still the best one to this day, and I'll die on that hill. Because I said so, so it's factual. Urza is just one of the OG baddies. She would turn your body into a god-shattering star with how fast she would punch you across a continent. And I kinda dig it. Jalal fumbled. People keep fumbling. And no, I will not be talking about that one OVA. You know what I'm talking about, you sick fuck. Now, Albedo fell in love with a literal skeleton. Like, the man does not have lips, And she was like, yeah, you know what? I want that one. That's loyalty. Fellas, I think there's a hope if fucking Jack Skellington can find love. She's beautiful, loyal, and completely insane. The anime trifecta once more. This is a common theme, it seems. The people yearn for future diary. She will kiss your skull, kill your enemies, and then maybe your friends just for fucking insurance, I suppose. Damn, that sounds familiar. Shame the other one isn't on this list. Am I right, fellas? Now, for one of the baddest of all time, Astolfo isn't a waifu, he's an awakening. You're like, hey damn shoddy, is that a Nintendo DSi or a brick in your pocket? Wait, jackpot. You think you're safe, you think you know what you like, and then boom, pink hair, high fives. Now you're just in a weird state of existence where you're like,
that's quite
I'm
big.
not entirely sure what I want. The patron saint of the gender crisis, as they say. A waifu in perfect form. As if everything right in the world came together to create one character. Now, the towers may or may not have been an inside job, but I think I know what's in those pants. Oh, that's such a dumb joke, dude. Obviously, Bleach had to get mentioned at some point. A very high percent of baddies, and before Catgirl became a search term, there was Yorichi. The literal embodiment of holy shit, step on me please. She shows up every 10 episodes, delivers some fan service and wisdom sometimes, and then just disappears like the average MC parent. Is it bad that at this point, the Irish weeb has not watched Bleach yet? As such, I cannot say much about this, other than I wouldn't mind getting stepped on. It also broke my heart not to put Rangeki on this list, but my bias is starting to show a bit. And speaking of dark-skinned baddies, there's Miriko, the rabbit who probably, I would argue, solved the term Thunderfist for herself. Like, goddamn, the manga art is wild in some places. Hiroshi was feeling a certain way, because if I recall, he straight up just said Miriko is everything he likes in one woman. And I respect that wholeheartedly. Excellent taste, my man. Do you remember when her dub was announced, people complained about her voice actor not being black, and then she just was straight up was? Twitter's a godforsaken place. Anyways, just a small thing I remember writing this. She is a muscle, confidence, and zero fear. The woman who looked at leg day and said, nah, I'd win, and then lost her leg. That's tragic. And now we have Noi, the only woman in anime who makes you feel both safe and deeply endangered. Noi is built different. Not even metaphoric, quite literally. Have you seen her? She is 7 foot of pure serotonin and just, I don't know, meat. This woman could bench press you and it would cure your trauma probably more than therapy ever could. She's got that, honestly, a combination you don't see very often, the rare combination of brutality and warmth. 1 second she's like ripping a half and dude just fucking gore violence. Then she's like, hey, you doing okay? And you know what? Somehow, I kind of am watching this, to be honest. Noi is honestly just like a really unique character. It's like a once in 1,000 anime or manga that we get a genuinely massive unit. Woman, is this form naturally achievable? Gym bros be like, this is full natty by the way. If Mirko wants to make you hit the gym, Noi makes you want to fucking build one. She is built stronger than a steel beam. I love Noi quite a bit. 11 out of 10. Would be bench pressed again. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I am yet to watch this anime, but a friend convinced me she deserves to be on here. None other than Mamako. And after some viewing, I can't say I disagree personally. She looks like the embodiment of everything correct with man I love football designs. YouTube is not going to catch me slacking. She's honestly simply the perfect character design for her role. And I will be indeed watching this anime after I edit this because I've seen it floating around for quite a while and I just kind of forgot about it until I was reminded about it today. So yeah, Mamako, top tier man I love football design alone. I will be watching it after this. And that's about it. I just thought I would do some peak waifus while I cook up some more ideas. Stay punished, kings, and bricked. And remember, holy mother, real women are temporary, but waifus are eternal. I actually love my girlfriend very much.